Rein Zarya, Lucio Ana, Genji, McCree. It's a decent team comp. Decent team comp. A bit weird with the Genji though. Doesn't really fit. But I guess he can play a kind of just poke from the high ground until he has Blade and Nano Blade. But what does this mean for the Rein? He only has the Zarya to synergize with and help him, protect him. The enemy team also plays a regular 2-2-2 ranked comp. So it's kind of even. They do have a big difference though. They have a Lucio against a Zen. This is going to allow the Reinhardt to play a bit more aggressive. You are going to be able to speed into the enemy team if they are out of position. You are going to be able to speed out in case something bad happens. But you do need to keep track of Discord Orb. When you are discorded, play a bit more safe and ask for the bubble if you want to go aggressive while discorded. I think that's pretty much everything we can surmise from the actual team comp. You can probably do some cool Shatter flashbang shenanigans. So when you have Shatter ready, tell your McCree to stay close to you and try to hit the combo on the Reinhardt. Okay.
So they don't have any ults besides.
They have double high ground like snipers. So this is gonna be quite annoying for you. And you are going to have to use your teams or your team comp to your advantage and try to just delete the Reinhardt is probably gonna be what your team wants to do. Like they're gonna have an Ashe like climb up on high grounds over here and try to circle you around. You can probably get the Genji to contest one of them, but you can't contest both. It's gonna be annoying for you, but that means that you, as this 5-man frontline, can just try to delete the enemy Reinhardt since you have way more frontline pressure. As long as you are quick and decisive with the help of your speed.
Buddies.
Right now.
Let's see. You're using cover, playing around this corner.
They might have.
Maybe moving back a bit too far here. So you usually want to hold close to the corners here. Just to stop them from actually advancing and getting a bunch of ground on you. And you can also use this little place as cover, but I can see that you don't really have any teammates next to you. I'm guessing that's why you're backing out.
I'm just out of this one.
Okay, going aggressive with the bubble. Missing a fire strike.
On his half, on his one. I got on.
Open heals.
Be too aggressive.
Block there. I'm not using ult. No more ults. We won.
Where is yours, Lucio? There he is. I was a bit late to the party there. Yeah. That was what I meant with you having Lucio being able to be aggressive when you get the opportunity. I guess he was healing someone else or helping. You should definitely talk about this with your team if this is a regular team that you usually play with. So when you nano and when you want to go aggressive, have the Lucio come with you, speed boost you. This Zarya would definitely be destroyed.
I'm not using ult. No more ults. We won.
So yeah, now, if you take a look at your team comp, you had a much stronger front line, and they have 2 snipers that want to take high ground and they want to like crossfire you from a bunch of different annoying positions. But you have won a fight here, and it looked like nobody on your team died. Maybe I missed. Okay, someone on your team died. Let's see, who's that? Your Genji died, but that's fine. That's fine. You can actually keep pushing up without the Genji. So what you want to do here is these 4 little doors here, or 3 doors and 1. Oh my god, that's a dick again. Okay, whatever. Let's do arrows instead. These 4 doors, these are the only places that the enemy team can actually exit through. So, and you, the team with the stronger front line, should definitely be holding close and trying to force them to use as much resources as possible to just break through this door. If their snipers can't get the space to actually go on these high grounds above and behind you and be annoying, then, well, they won't be annoying. So instead of backing out here,
Grab dragon,
I
dab,
would
definitely
really
grab
like
dragon
to
next
see
time.
your team
Do we
push
have
up
trans? Oh, we have barrier.
and hold close. You could definitely be holding this choke with your team against theirs
Have to do a last minute.
and have the advantage.
Heal me, heal me, heal me.
Right, his heels. Amp it, amp it.
I'll take it, I'll take it. Never mind.
Okay, so let's
Do
see
we
it.
have trans? Oh, we have barrier.
It looks like your McCree is up on the high ground. I guess that's kind of fine, at least at the start. But as soon as, or it would be fine if you wouldn't actually hold here or fight here. But I would definitely tell him to come down, and you could do the flashbang shatter combo onto the Reinhardt here. He could also just drop down like straight onto them. Maybe he would die from that though, so that's a bit risky. But yeah, your McCree being on the high ground is not as effective as him just standing behind your shield and you deleting the enemy Reinhardt. If you want to have someone standing on the high ground and shooting people, then that should definitely be like something like an Ashe or a Widowmaker, maybe even Hanzo, but I think Ashe is the best bet here.
Last minute.
So yeah, going a bit too aggressive here around this corner, so your Ana can't see you, and all 6 of the enemy team can shoot at you, while only you can deal damage to the Reinhardt. So this is the classic overextension mistake. So if you want to hold as the Reinhardt, you just need to stand behind this corner. So that means if the enemy Reinhardt moves forward to attack you, you can trade with him, and all of your teammates that are standing behind you can attack the Reinhardt, but all of the teammates standing behind the enemy Reinhardt can't shoot you since you are behind this corner. So that is the basic principle behind using natural cover while playing Reinhardt. So you actually put yourself in a very bad spot by moving forward through this corner here, putting yourself in the sightlines of all the enemies and losing sight of your friendly Ana.
Right, his heels. Amp it, amp it.
I'll take it, I'll take it. Never mind.
I need heals, top right.
I'm gonna need help in front line because Brian's dead.
As soon as they push in, I can isolate.
Come on, Boop.
Oh my god, huge.
Yeah, the Lucy got the Boop.
Nice, nice, nice. Good job.
That was a pretty nice
Ana's half on point,
flank.
Ana's half on point.
Pretty
I
nice
could've got
flank,
Ana.
to be
Heals
honest.
On the bridge. Thank you.
This is definitely Lucius playground. Like so many high grounds and then a death pit. You can do so much fun.
Nice, nice, nice work.
Ashe one, I got that.
Big charge. Please don't shadow.
Come on, first gauge!
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is
Alright, yeah, we can grab. You can grab. I'll save my shatter.
We can.
But yeah, you've actually had your shatter for like 3 fights now. Could have definitely used it, or try to use it with the flashbang combination, and you would have definitely had it again now. Or you would have had it when you use grab, because Ryan can really farm his Earth Shatter super quickly when swinging into grab. So try to use Earth Shatter a bit more aggressively. It charges up super quickly. If you hit it, it's a free team fight. If you don't, it's not that bad.
Grab dragons too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of course, you should definitely try everything in your power to actually hit it. You just don't just throw it out randomly at a Ryan shield being ultra ready for it. So try to use your team, use speed boost, use flashbang, use brig bashes, etc, etc. Try to hide flank shatters. You could hide like in this room, and when they push out, you shatter from behind. There are a lot of ways to do this.
They're gonna do the same. They're gonna have Zenyatta also. When they
Definitely
do it,
try to
you
win
got me.
fights with shatter
Okay.
first, and then you can use grab and other ults to actually charge up
Whenever,
another
whenever
shatter.
you're ready, dude.
Woodland.
Huge!
Amp it.
Yeah, no more.
Okay, so
No, 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 no. We might have their use ult here. I'm gonna use ult.
done this pretty fun.
Bang!
Nice. Big mistake to charge though.
Come on, finish him, finish him, finish him!
This puts you in a pretty bad spot,
There it is!
and the team can actually finish you off.
There it
here.
is!
So let's see here.
Yeah, no more. No, 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 no. We might have their use
Trans ends,
ult here. I'm gonna
blade
use ult.
ends,
Yeah, they
and you hit a
Bang!
fat shatter here. So the usual thing that you do when or after hitting a shatter is move forward. Let's actually see if we can. Okay, so you have Ana McCree is 1 HP. Zen is half. I don't really know who this is. Maybe Ash, I guess. So you just moving forward here. Move forward. One swing. If you stand here and then you swing while spinning your camera around, you can definitely hit all of these people here. So the McCree would die from your first swing. Like your Genji is here on the right, so he would probably finish off the Ana. You fire strike through here. That would finish off the Zen and also damage. Or you could maybe fire strike this way and finish off both the Zen and the Ash. And then, when the Shatter ends, so when they are in the get up or stand up animation, you charge the enemy Reinhardt into this wall. So that would leave all of these squishies dead, and you would get like 25-30% ult charge from charging the Reinhardt after the Shatter has worn off. So you immediately charging here gives you 0 ult charge and puts you in a very bad spot. It saves the enemy Zen, who got launched behind this little thing. Oh, okay, you actually finished it off.
Come on!
But nobody else died. Like the Ana didn't die. Oh, it was a Zarya, not okay. I see. But yeah, you could have definitely finished off most people here.
Come on, finish him, finish him, finish him!
So the number one priority when hitting a fat Shatter is definitely to you swing, fire strike, you animation cancel the first swing by fire striking, and then keep swinging until they stand up. I think you can get one more swing in, and then you charge if there are any surviving tanks left at the end of the Earth Shatter. Charging immediately is a big no-no. Makes it very hard for the rest of your team to actually follow up on the stunned people if they are just getting launched in all directions.
How did I not stun him out of that?
Ah, how did we lose that shit, dude?
Back up on it. Oh,
I have no idea how I didn't stun that Ryan out of Shatter.
Damn, dude. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna try to get Shatter again. Try to stall, I'm gonna try to get Shatter.
Okay, so let's see here. You actually had beat last fight, I think, too. That was unfortunate.
Heals, if you can.
Nah, I'm coming back.
I can flash this. Oh, that was a fat anti.
Get Ryan, focus on him. What the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna try to get
let's see
Shatter.
here. Did the enemy Ryan actually
Come on,
shatter
come on.
last fight? Or
Finish him, finish him!
why did he lose this fight? Okay, yeah, he actually shattered.
Zarya!
That's why you lost. Okay, I see.
How did I not stun him out of that?
Finish him!
Okay.
Try to stall, I'm
So
gonna
you
try to get
shatter
Shatter.
and Nano. It might have grab.
Heals, if you can.
Then it's actually fine that you're going aggressive here. I thought he didn't use Shatter last fight, and then this would be very dangerous to swing here.
I can flash this. Oh, that was a fat anti.
Get Ryan, focus.
So yeah, a bit of a tunnel visioning here on the Reinhardt. Try to use your armor as a pretty good benchmark of when you should put your shield up again. So when you notice that your armor's gone, that's when you should take a chill pill, hold your shield up for a while, and let your healers heal you up before going aggressive again. Because as soon as your armor disappears, you are pretty weak.
We got the Zen.
Nice.
Sorry, flank.
I'll eat it. Where is it? Where is she? Left?
Right.
Come right now.
Yeah, that fight would have been easily won
Alright,
with you being alive and hit by that.
Hold it.
It's high time.
Nice.
Ash one. Ash dead.
Huge. Nice hold.
That's shattered too.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't even shatter anything. You guys killed him before I could do
Rude.
it.
Yes.
Brawl.
Let's see your attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
You got half a defense.
Do you what? What are you switching to? Diva?
I'm usually a Diva 1 trick. I'm learning other characters right now.
But attacking as Reinhardt
At least you're learning
almost a
something
bit
new
more
shit.
difficult,
I'm not
I
gonna
think.
judge.
I mean, I
Diva
climb
maybe
1,000.
maybe.
I start using Diva only, so I'm not gonna.
Watch out,
really sure
they
what I
might fire
feel.
strike the door. Watch out, they might fire strike
Let me
the door.
get the charge if that's the case. Let me step out first.
Same. I
I
one
can-
trick
I can get the
Donna
charge
all
for
the
you.
way to diamond from silver.
Take the double bubble.
I guess it's more difficult against bunker comps, because that means you really have to think about where you're going and why.
D40 shard.
I don't know how
But
you
if
do
you're
it
playing
using
against another
Square,
Rhine
like,
comp,
it's
then
so
it
fucking
doesn't
hard.
really matter if you're defense or
Especially in
attack.
silver, like playing on it, people don't know what to do with your abilities.
Oh, it was DPS on it the whole time. It was fine.
God.
Okay, I'm surprised he didn't use fire fucking strike the building.
Okay, she's gonna move forward.
I'm bubbling you, Ryan. Go up.
Thank you. Move up, be aggressive.
Ride.
Okay, remember that he just bubbled you. Nice, this was perfect. This was actually perfect. As soon as you lost your armor, shield up and chillax. I would probably move left here with your team. Because the left side has way more open spaces. I can open Stat Banana and show you. Let's see here. Where is it? Eichenwald, there it is. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Okay, so I guess it depends a bit on how the enemy team moves as well. But this, by moving to the right here, you can use this cover to to recharge some cooldowns before you make a second push, because making the first push through the choke is often going to make the enemy team retreat to here so that they can recharge cooldowns. And if you keep pushing here, then that means you are going to get to this area low on cooldowns, low on resources, low on shield, and you're going to have to fight in this narrow choke against a team that has had time to recharge their cooldowns around this corner. And that is going to be super hard. So using this corner after you have made the initial push to just recharge cooldowns, if you need, of course, if you've already gotten a pick or an advantage in some kind of way, and definitely keep pushing forward. But if you've broken even, or if they are at an advantage and you need to recharge resources, then using this corner to hide for a while is definitely a good idea. And then, well, you can push through here. It is a bit of a more narrow choke, but it can also allow like some of your teammates to shoot through this way. So the enemy Ryan can only shield one of these, but from here he can shield pretty much everything. So it depends a bit how your comp is playing, but definitely use this part of the map to recharge resources, and then you can choose whichever way works best. So let's see, what is your team comp and what is their team comp? They're running Zen, Zarya, Ryan.
Keep up the heals on me,
You have a Reaper and a Genji.
Ryan low. Ryan.
Got the advantage.
3 seconds to
Keep
amp.
pushing forward.
Oh,
That charge was definitely a suicide
Yo, yo, yo,
charge.
yo.
You are going to die here.
Shit.
Okay, so
Ryan low.
you already got a pick here. You are at an advantage. The only thing, or the only way that you lose this fight is by going for high risk, high reward plays. And you do not need to play high risk, high reward when you've already got the advantage. That is something that you should do when you're at a disadvantage. So using charge as Reinhardt is pretty much only used either to make very short range charges into a wall. So let's say the enemy Reinhardt is actually pushing forward here, and you just do a very short charge into this wall here. That way you are not out of position. If you hit the Rhine, that's almost a free kill. And if you don't, you'll just stop at this wall, and then you can shield again. Nothing much happened. So that is one of the charges that you can use, like short range charges to try to get a pick. The second one is, holy shit, my team has lost 2 people. If I don't get a lucky pin right now, we are going to lose this fight anyway. That's when you can charge. But right here, you have already got a pick. You're low on shield, you're low on health. The only thing you need to do now is recharge resources, heal up, relax, and then push in once again as a 6 versus 5. But by doing the high risk, high reward play, your team actually loses their Reinhardt,
3 seconds to
and
amp.
now the fight is suddenly even.
Oh, heal me.
I'm amping.
So you actually made the fight even here, from an advantaged position.
Shit.
Is this
And now
the
your
one
guys
team
can fight it,
can't
yeah.
really push. The Reinhardt shield is low though, so they
No,
might
fight it,
win
fight it,
here
fight it.
anyway, or they get hit by a huge dynamite,
No.
and you actually lose the fight.
I'm 50 to grab. Back it up, back it up. No, 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 what do we do? We have no tanks.
Back up, yeah, back up.
Yeah, that is something that starts happening at around Diamond Masters. It's the ultra aggressive playstyle from getting a pick. Like, it is universally thought that as soon as you get a pick, you need to like push super ultra hard and like, oh, we got a pick, now we can win, go 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 go, and then everyone goes and feeds and you lose the fight anyway. Oh damn! Hosting my stream. Thank you for the host, dude.
If you die, then you die. Whatever.
I got stopped.
Snowball,
You kidding me?
It's okay. Okay, let's regroup.
I hope you had a nice stream.
Got the same.
He's not gonna come back.
So we want to slow play the choke. We want to speed boost in spam for heal.
So yeah, you still down one. Gotta chill
It's
for a
up to
bit.
Ryan.
Nice.
Nah, yeah, we definitely should speed boosted.
I have ult.
Yeah.
Save this, then nade us and heal us through the first charge.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Speed boost.
Nading.
Nice!
Huge, huge.
There's
We can't do shit. We can't do shit.
Oh, unlucky. A bit slow on the charge. Was a nice try though. You're gonna win this anyway.
Help me on point, please. Help me on point.
Well, honest.
Huge!
Evan heals,
So win.
Nice, good job. Good.
Let's see what actually happened here.
The first charge.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, so your speed boost again. You actually started moving forward a bit too early. Your Reaper is still not in position, but with the speed boost, he's coming in now.
Nading.
Nice!
huge.
There's
We can't do shit. We can't do shit.
A bit slow on the charge. Other than that, it was fine. Was fine.
Help me on point, please. Help me on point.
Well, honest.
So yeah, they haven't changed anything. They're still running the double snipers. So on this point, I would actually swap. I would swap to a Winston Diva composition because dealing with a Hanzo and an Ashe and a Zen and an Ana probably, like they're all going to be standing. Maybe the Ana is going to stand right next to the Rhine, but they have huge like shield pressure and crossfire and high ground damage that you as the Reinhardt can't deal with. And if they are good hit scan or long range players, like your backline is gonna have a hard time. So I'd probably swap to Winston here just to be able to contest the high grounds. But you actually have a Widow and a Genji, so you can
So
leave it to them.
Hanzo up
You
top
want
left.
to just eat it first and then say
Try to
first?
win their duels.
Top left, Hanzo,
yeah.
top left.
I think that's pretty smart right there.
Oh my, I missed my hook. I'm dead.
But yeah, leaving the game into the hands of 1 versus 1 duels is very risky.
They have shatter, so
And if
careful.
you can try to make it a team effort, I think that actually works better.
I'm gonna die here.
No. I refuse.
Hanzo top. They're gonna grab dragon. That's gonna be like their winning strategy.
Yeah, you don't have a trance, so you're probably going to try to die if they grab dragon, even if you use sound barrier. So hopefully you won't use anything. Just let them win that fight,
Let's go down, backing up.
and then you can destroy them the next one.
I should have called that out. What am I doing?
Got me.
No, it's not winnable. Not winnable. Don't use any ults. I shouldn't.
Yeah, so you didn't really have a combo with the grab, and you as the Reinhardt can't really charge in, especially when they have an Ana. You're going to get slept, and even if you don't get slept, like you will probably die doing long range
Sorry,
charges.
that's my fault.
We got dragons out, so they can't grab dragons.
They didn't use shatter. They still have shatter, so be careful.
So now that they did use dragon, you can definitely beat
And they
the
still have
grab
dragon.
and survive.
No, they use dragons.
Oh, they use dragon. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Zen's half.
They're giving us room.
What?
Holy shit, dude.
Just
Sorry,
use that for like that.
Yeah, they're actually making a mistake here by holding so close. I would have put my Hanzo up here, and yeah, the Ashe up on the castle, and then have the Reinhardt stand where you were standing here, right behind the choke, because that means as soon as you push up here, the Ashe is gonna shoot your backline, the Hanzo is gonna shoot you in the back, and the Reinhardt is gonna swing into your face, so you won't be able to push in here at all.
Run half, run half.
Break his shield, break his shield, break his shield, break his shield.
It feels like, oh shit.
It's okay, I got you.
Oh, that was actually huge. Actually huge.
Zar, huge.
Okay, so let's see here.
Break his shield.
Just use Zap.
Yeah, the enemy Rein pushed up way too far. That gave you the opportunity to break this
Run half, run half.
this hold that they actually could have done way better. So let's see here.
Break his shield, break his shield, break his shield.
So he actually gets a fat shatter from you walking to the side here. So and you actually knew that he had shatter, so I would have probably gone this way to try to block it before.
Break his shield.
It feels like, oh shit.
But they got cocky since they actually hit the shatter and they wanted to capitalize on it.
It's okay, I got you.
But yeah, here, as soon as you hit this shatter, you're standing like far away from all of the enemies here, and you're only swinging back and forth here on the Reinhardt. So the next time you hit this shatter, move to this area here, stand here, and then do 360 swings. You can definitely hit all 4 of them here with the swing, or you could at least, while you're running towards this area, you can fire strike here, so that you hit both the Zarya or both the Hanzo, or it doesn't really matter who you pick here, but just so you hit 2 people here at least. And then you finish off this target, and then you charge this Reinhardt towards your team. So you start swinging in a circle here, and then you charge the enemy Reinhardt towards your team when the Earth Shatter animation ends. So here you're only hitting the Reinhardt, and then you're charging. It was fine in this particular shatter, but you can always improve and make yourself more efficient.
Huge.
Used a lot of ults, but that's okay. We got Blade.
Hey,
I'm
we
gonna
got-
try to
There's too many critical health.
I'm gonna try to grow my charge or my shatter.
Blade
Try to
Blade
charge
is coming up.
Top sprint, right?
Top door.
Okay, so let's see here. You're actually not pushing.
Top sprint,
Oh,
right? Top sprint.
you have a.
Did they? No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Watch out, Ash.
I
Top
don't
door.
get it.
Top door.
I would probably start moving with the Rein and the Zarya closer to here, and just let your Ana push the payload. Have your Rein, Zarya, and Lucio move up and take some space. With the Genji, can stand on this little high ground and poke. Your Widowmaker can stand up here on the castle and shoot. So you're gonna have a lot of people. You can put a lot of pressure on this little, like, it's a super small choke point door here. Your Ana can stand like super far away, still on the payload, and actually provide value here, healing you, throwing in a sleep dart, anti-nades, etc. If they're smart, they're gonna use this way instead and get out through here, but you can still put a lot of pressure and force a lot of cooldowns from them already here when they're just pushing out of the doors. So always try to stuff the enemy team into small choke points when you're playing Rein Zarya.
Hanzo half, Hanzo half, Hanzo.
So they actually did that to you on their attack. You got super pressured like right out the door and died around here. But this Reinhardt has still full HP and is ready to block the payload. And this makes the fight a lot harder.
We lost one, play passive. We lost one, play passive. We lost one, play passive. Passive. Yeah, fucking, they're behind.
Break, Dom, break.
Oh, please don't wake him up.
I did, but he's gonna die.
So yeah, this is what I was talking about again. A lot of these fights are gonna rely on who wins the 1v1s between the snipers, because if Ash Hanzo actually gets control of the high ground, there is nothing you can do as the Reinhardt except, yeah, die.
Try to run away. Speed boost him out or something.
Okay.
Use graph, you can use graph.
Good call. Speed boost out. Need to regroup.
Let's go through castle.
You can actually go through castle here. Good call.
One maybe?
You do not want to play outside in the open against double snipers.
I'm gonna try to flank and grab.
Okay.
Will you play with it?
Yeah.
I guess the negative. Okay, your Zarya actually went castle without you. I'm not. I think that was a miscommunication, or maybe you didn't hear them call for going castle. Yeah, that's fine. It happened.
Let's go!
You actually get.
Help me.
Yeah, you did another long range charge here that would have definitely
Let's go!
killed you. Like, you get anti-nated, should have probably gotten slept here.
Okay, I'm gonna wait after this.
Help me, help me.
Yeah, the enemy Zarya here. The enemy Zarya and the enemy Hanzo actually just stopped attacking you. I think they just assumed you would die because you were anti-nated and at like 150 HP. But if they would have actually continued to pressure you, you would have died here. They would have still had their own Reinhardt to stand on the payload, and this fight would be super hard. So I'm not really sure what happened here. They all just turned around, let you hit a free shatter into all of them. Well, it only hits the Rein, but that is probably going to be enough.
Bob. Watch out for Bob.
Oh, I thought you meant focus, Bob. What?
This
No.
Ash is one hit on the right. Top.
No.
We gotta back out.
Yeah.
Back it out.
Yeah, get out.
No more, we can definitely fuck them up though.
Here.
Yeah.
We don't have any ults either. I need heals behind.
I'm full charge. You can go. I have bubble for you, Ryan.
I need heals though. Thank you.
Camp and heals. Camp and heals.
Yeah, you're swinging a bit too much. When you have a Genji and a Widowmaker on your team, like the way you're playing Reinhardt is the Reinhardt that is played in GOATs. Because you have so much support, you have a Brig with you with the armor pack, with the bashes. She helps you with sustain, and she also applies some extra damage next to you, as well as a lot of healing. You have the Discord orb. Like Rein, you're playing Rein like you are the main damage dealer. But when you have a Widowmaker and a Genji, you're not going to be the main damage dealer. You need to just be a pressure or a kind of like an anchor that your team can rally around and next to. And you're also gonna have to be a threat that is close to the point and can actually contest the point. So by being so aggressive, you force your team to put a lot of resources into saving you and healing you, and they can't really focus on anything other than just pump saving you all the time. And that makes them lose track of other stuff that they could be doing as well. So you need to play more safe when your team playing a composition like this. Try to let your Widowmaker get some angles, maybe get a pick somewhere around here. Like if the enemy Reinhardt is standing here with his shield, that means his supports that are chilling around here, and the Hanzo that was behind here as well, they are open to fire. So your Widowmaker that is standing behind you up on the high ground here, or wherever she is, she can take her time and try to get a pick. And as soon as you get one, that's when you can push in and start being aggressive.
I'm reloading.
Alright.
Back out.
Yeah, at least use grab dragon.
That's wait for team.
Yeah.
Lucio, top right.
Ready? Are you guys ready?
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Falling Reinhardt.
We got fine.
We don't have. Oh, okay. If we push. Okay. Last push.
Nice push, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just ready whenever.
Falling Reinhardt.
That would definitely go
Oh
cast.
my god,
We're
dude.
going.
Fuck. Alright, fuck. Let's go.
Classic. You still have time though. You still have time. 30 seconds.
Let's go.
For the game.
Fucking crazy, dude.
This is definitely another mistake. You do another long range charge. Are you gonna get counter charge in the back here? No, okay. I would have expected that Reinhardt to just charge you in the back there and you would be dead.
I need heals. What the f-
Oh, unlucky. Big poop.
we threw, dude. We threw.
That Hanzo just destroyed him.
Damn, dude. We just fucking died when we were sitting there. What the fuck? Fucking fat oof, dude.
Can anyone touch? Can we
I'm gonna try to touch.
Yeah, but I'm getting.
Probably not.
We got touch now.
I'm on. Oh!
Yeah, it's whatever,
I got
dude.
face
GG.
boss swatted out of here.
Yeah, so if you want to play the Reinhardt like you're doing, you should definitely try to get your team to play GOATs. In that case, you're playing correctly, but when your team is forced to put so many resources into keeping you up, they can't really focus on anything else. And this is a pretty bad Reinhardt point as well when they are playing double snipers, because there's pretty much nothing you can do. to contest them. The only thing you can do is swing at the enemy Reinhardt and hope for the best. Hope that your team actually wins their 1 versus 1 and takes control of the high ground. Still, some solid plays, Let's take a look at the next one. In fact, we actually have a Winston here.
I'm following that until we get Winston. I've almost got bomb again.
Coming right now.
Barrier. I'm contesting. Oh, this Widow's nuts.
We have a never mind.
Wait. You contest before they comes.
Okay, so second point, I didn't look at the team. You're playing... Okay, you're playing like a weird dive with a Mercy Widowmaker. And you are playing against another less weird dive. They are playing Widow Genji dive. And yeah, the Zen probably a bit more value in this case with the Discord Orb. There's nobody on your team that actually benefits from having speed boost. Like the Tracer and Monkey can jump and blink, the D.Vas boosters, Widowmaker's gonna stand still, Mercy's gonna pocket the Widowmaker, and she has a grapple for mobility. So I would definitely say that Zen is the better choice in a comp like this.
We have a never mind.
Wait. You contest before they come second.
You guys want to contest?
Yeah, easy. Just.
What else happened?
I'm on Genji. I'm on Genji. Genji low in the bottom.
Alright. I'm going point.
Genji low.
Got a Mercy. They can alright. Be careful.
Genji low.
What else?
Okay.
Wait, you contest before they.
So you just lost one. You lost your Tracer.
Second.
So you are... Where's your Widowmaker?
Contest?
Your Widowmaker is getting contested here. Okay, so your Widowmaker was up on the high ground here. She's getting contested by D.Va. I need to lower your volume. Move down. There we go.
Easy. Just.
Okay, you're jumping in here. It's fine. Pop the bubble a bit too early though. It barely protects you or anyone on your team.
Genji low.
Yeah, easy. Just.
What else?
So yeah, putting the bubble somewhere around here instead would give some space for your support to actually go and help the one she's beaming over here. I think it's the D.Va. But anyway, this is still fine. This is fine.
I'm on Genji. I'm on Genji.
Maybe didn't need to jump though, but it's that's a minor thing.
Genji low.
Genji's gonna use dash here.
Alright.
You have dash ready though.
I'm going point.
But he's getting double pocketed. So noticing this, he has the Harmony Orb and he's getting pocketed by Mercy. So your Tickle Cannon is actually dealing 0 damage. He is getting healed more than you are dealing any damage. And the Mercy here is actually really low, and you have your D.Va attacking her here. So trying to move your crosshair here in the middle so that you're actually cleaving both of them.
Genji.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Genji low.
Okay, nice. But then popping the ult and trying to chase the Valk is a lost cause. You got her to pop Valk. That's good. That's good. Now you should go with your team and focus something on the ground, because her healing is just 60 healing per second in Valk. It is not that much, and focus fire is definitely enough to kill someone.
Have a Mercy.
So let's see, what do they actually have on the ground? Their Zen is dead, super good. And so the kill target that you have right now is probably the Genji on the ground or the Monkey.
They can alright. Be careful.
Yeah, you can screw up this Monkey's life, make it hard for him to actually do anything. I think this is the Genji.
Careful.
Yeah, it is.
I'm blocking her.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Genji, Mercy dead. I'm on Genji.
Yeah,
You
so,
see them. Run away.
Genji's one.
probably just die on the payload.
Yo, Winston, focus on Winston. Winston behind. Winston behind.
We got D.Va out of mech too. Alright, there are trans.
Help each other. Keep up with the heals. I'm coming right now.
Send bed.
Nice.
They're bubbling now, they're bubbling.
Baby's on.
Forward
Nice.
choices. I can't get to
That's fine, that's fine. Let him cap, it's fine.
Yeah, damn, dude. I thought it was behind the shield.
Should I play Ryan here?
Yeah, play Ryan on this point.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to Hanzo too.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan on this point.
I don't think we need
No,
Blade. It's gonna be...
I feel like we
Usually a
should
lot
keep
better.
Lucio because we're switching to Ryan now.
What is this guy? Do you mean SR? Cold damage all the time. Yeah. Probably higher rated than the rest of his team, maybe. But he is playing super aggressive though. I don't know if you saw his Ryan on the last point, and it was a very aggressive Ryan, like a go-to Ryan.
Genji flanking.
I got him.
So yeah, like this charge as well. You could have easily just landed on the wall and then shield around the corner and hold the payload, but you tried to get you tried to pin the Lucio and got greedy, and this forced the Zarya bubble, or it forced the defensive Zarya bubble. It forced like amp heals on you and your Mercy to get close to you to pocket you. So a lot of resources just to keeping you alive and not to actually do anything aggressive with your team. So imagine you actually landing just next to the payload. You're at full HP. You can use the Zarya bubble and the speed boost amp instead to actually go aggressive.
Sleep. I'm up.
I have no sleep. Or bubble. Yo, Winston and Lucio on me. Winston
Watch
and
out for
Lucio.
heals. Watch out for Widow. Fuck, any heals.
You guys are even. Oh, maybe not.
Winston in the back line. Zarya.
Winston one.
Winston's low, Winston's real low, he ulted.
Oh, that's actually gonna
And
hit.
done.
What's the Ana doing?
I'm blocking it.
Oh, unlucky.
I'm blocking it.
Yeah, the Hanzo and the Mercy were in front of you. Unlucky.
Whatever, right?
Touch.
Hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my bad. I kind of underperformed that round.
Yeah, but it all started with the greedy charge. We go back to it. So yeah, when you come out here, if you angle the charge to just land here, none of this would have happened.
Genji flanking.
I got him.
This allowed the team or the enemy team to be ultra aggressive. You couldn't really swing or deal any damage because you had to keep your shield up, and everything had to be used defensively.
Sleep. I'm up.
I have no sleep.
Okay, let's see the attack.
Mate? Oh, it was. Oh, we.
Top left.
Okay,
Top right.
They're top.
there we go.
Alright,
So
I'm
what
guessing
do
we're
we see? We are playing dive.
gonna go.
Maybe I should have checked what you're playing. Widow Genji. Okay, so you're playing Widow Genji dive with the Lucio. That's on this point it's fine, I guess, because Zens are usually getting farmed in this area by the enemy team just dropping down on them. Lucio can actually wall ride and boop people off the high ground and be annoying. So I actually like Lucio on this point.
Top right.
They're top. Yeah, they're top right.
Yeah,
We can
Ana
dive
top
on them.
right. Ana is priority target. They have a McCree Mercy over here. Also
McCree
a
at top left,
decent dive
McCree at-
target.
Top left.
McCree easy, he's out. Mercy's with him.
McCree, I'm on McCree. McCree low, dude.
I would say that Ana is the better kill target here though. She's alone on this high ground.
McCree up. right.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're gonna go top right.
They're top, yeah, they're
So
top
you
right.
see the Ana top right.
We can
You have a Lucio to speed boost you as well. So the usual problem with having people this far up is that you have to run up and then leap, because your leap doesn't or isn't long enough to reach all the way over there. But with the Lucio speed boost, this is super easy. You can just run towards the point and then leap up here and delete the Ana. Like the McCree flashbang, the Mercy is gonna have to fly all the way to the Ana to heal her, and that is gonna probably give you enough time to kill the Ana. And then when the Mercy has actually used her Guardian Angel to get to the Ana, then you just kill the Mercy and clean up the rest. Super easy.
Dive on the
McCree
healers.
up top left. McCree up top left.
McCree easy. He's Mercy's with him.
Okay, I'm
And
on McCree. I'm on.
the bubble was okay, I guess. He didn't really use flashbang though. You would probably try to use your bubble to cut off Ana's healing. That's like the biggest point of how to use the Winston bubble when you're trying to get a kill on someone away from the enemy Ana. So if you first jump on him, let him try to escape and use his roll or whatever, and then you bubble over here. That means the Ana is effectively useless, can't heal the target. Mercy can still heal through the bubble though.
McCree.
But you put that bubble on the high ground
Hello,
and
McCree.
instantly leave it.
Hello,
so
McCree,
it
low, dude.
doesn't protect anyone.
We didn't follow up. We didn't follow up on it.
Alright. I'm falling back.
Benji on me.
Oh, this is unlucky.
That's a reset.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Oh yeah, if you see someone alone on the right high ground and all of the other 5 teammates on the left high ground, definitely go for the isolated target.
Alright, Yuki, here's some ult charge.
Oh, thank you.
Can we go on Diva before she gets mad?
Yeah, let's go on D.Va before she does that.
I'm on 70% ult. I'm gonna
That's
ult
fine.
as soon as we have
Baby
it.
Diva is
We're
almost fine.
inside.
She got it. Burn Diva. She's still low. She's still.
I'm on Ana. Genji. I'm on Genji. I'm on Genji. Genji low. Genji low. Genji dead. I'm on Ana. I'm on Ana. I'm on Ana. Ana.
You should probably add location calls when you're actually calling to kill someone. So you said Genji low, I'm on Genji, and then Ana, but all of your teammates might not actually know exactly where they are. So if you just add, like, I'm on Genji, or I'm on Ana top right high ground, okay, you don't really need to say high ground, but I'm on Ana top right, or I'm on Genji point, and then Ana drop down point, Ana point, Ana point, Ana point, then everyone knows instantly that they should look to the point and go on whatever target you are going to, or for.
They're dead. I'm on Mercy. I'm on Mercy. I'm on Mercy.
Mercy one.
Mercy.
Yeah, this should be a win.
Mercy
Oh,
dead.
nice.
Diva. Focus on Diva. Focus on Diva.
They're Winston down, they're Winston down.
That was definitely
Can someone help
a
me
waste.
back? With the
You had already won the fight.
back?
Diva, focus on Diva.
Even if you die here, I think it's fine.
Winston down.
But did you?
Mercy dead.
Nice.
Diva. Focus on.
Okay, no, but in this situation, your whole team is alive. You already won the fight. You are in no hurry, and you're actually showing your face to the Diva. So that's why you're taking so much damage. You're moving closer and showing your face. So your crit hitbox is pretty huge in point blank, and Diva actually deals a surprising amount of damage when shooting tanks point blank. So you could definitely just walk away from her and show your back so she can't headshot you, and just let your teammates finish her off, or move backwards here and hide behind the wall, behind the natural cover, and then save primary for the next fight, or if they actually try to recontest with ults or something like that.
Winston down, they're Winston down.
Can someone help me back? With the
Some cool juggling here. I'm gonna push everything out.
Thank you. Sorry,
Some
I'm
decent
playing.
control.
AoE for me, please.
Alright, I got DM up. No more DM.
We can get this Mercy.
Alright.
No, she got up.
Yeah, and bubbling against a Winston will not do anything at all.
Monkey's low.
Monkey.
Nice. Force out the
Can
primal.
someone stay here? I
You can
need
just
to...
move back. Spawn. That primal does
Oh,
absolutely
Mercy's
nothing.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Is you dead?
Mercy low. Mercy dead.
I got DM up, top out.
Wait,
I'm with you. No, push up. Monkey left side.
Yeah, we got them all tunneled in left.
Monkey.
Fuck monkey. Monkey can die.
I'm dead.
I like the call from your team.
Anna dead.
I'm rising, guys.
I'm on Devo. Never mind. Back up.
Lucio just.
Anna dead.
Are you actually melee when you're
Zero.
jumping on people? I haven't.
No, push up. Monkey left side.
Yeah, we got them all tunneled in left. Monkey. Fuck monkey. Monkey can die.
I'm dead. I'm sleep.
Anna.
Anna low. Anna dead.
I'm rising, guys.
I'm on Devo. Never mind.
Yeah, okay, so try to use melee some more when you're actually fighting. So if you're using your left click, it does the exact same amount of damage that than if you would left click and melee, and weave in melees between your left clicks. And you can also do some more burst damage when you actually use jump pack on someone. So if you use jump pack, it does 45 damage if you land on top of them. And with the melee, it's 75. It's a bit more burst damage. Could actually be the difference between getting a kill or not getting a kill when you don't have as much uptime on someone.
Back up.
Or if they're really close to be getting a heal from one of their supports. Like doing an extra 30 burst damage could actually seal the deal before they get healing.
Back up.
Lucio just stay on payload.
I'm a pillar for now while we. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, taking the high ground before
I'm going blade
fight,
this
that's
fight.
good.
Okay.
Okay, just tell me what I'm gonna use my
Yeah.
ult to follow up.
Sound like they're going top or something, I'm guessing. No?
No, they're going bottom.
Drop down on the McCree.
I'm going to go for my.
Bubble him. You should probably tell your team here that, when you're gonna drop and on who. What's the SR for this team? I actually don't know. The player is 3,300 or something. But it looks like he's a bit higher, I would say. So maybe 3,000 average or something. Is my guess.
I'm blading.
I got DM
Yeah,
up.
blade.
No more DM.
Okay, so you're using a bunch of ults to win the fight. I think you could have won it a bit earlier here. So your Widowmaker actually has vision on everyone. So she should be giving you a bunch of information about who's down here and who you can attack. But yeah, McCree or Ana or Mercy are the primary targets. So it doesn't really matter super much who you go for. Mercy is probably the easiest target to kill, since she can't get pocketed if you bubble and DM the Ana heals. But yeah, as soon as you drop here, you have chosen your target. You should tell your team, like, go for McCree now. Or 3, 2, 1, McCree.
I'm going to go for my. I'm blading.
I got DM
Yeah,
up.
blade.
No more DM.
You got a mech?
Nice. Just get one smell.
Just monkey.
Huge.
Yeah, that was fine.
You keep killing the
Oh, you got again.
So welcome to the stream, by the way, to Neverland.
She fucking nuts.
It was
If you've never been here before, I don't remember your name. If you have a VOD or anything that you want me to look at, don't be afraid to send one to me.
one
do my
HP,
best.
so it was
Yeah, I didn't want to chase too hard.
The callouts are crazy. Yeah, indeed. It actually sounds like quite a fun team. They're having fun. They're calling a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I saw you posted the video. I can actually take a look at it after this one. I have 2 more other VODs, but they are not online. So if I have people in the chat actually watching the stream, then I usually do their VODs first so that they can watch live. Feels more fun that way. Let's see here. Okay, I'm excited and enjoying this. Nice, nice. That is what I'm trying to do. Okay, there we go.
DM up if you want to take that. No more DM, no more DM.
Yeah, yeah.
Can someone
Yo,
stand
kill this
there?
mercy, kill this mercy, kill this mercy.
I got DM up.
Have they swapped
DM up,
heroes?
no more DM.
I actually see everyone here.
Thank you.
No, they're staying with the same thing.
They have-
Okay. So you're both playing Genji or Genji Widow dives. Is interesting. The enemy team does not have any defensive support ults though.
They
These
don't.
are some interesting team comps. Interesting team comps. Usually as soon as one team swaps to dive, you're gonna get countered with goats or like protect the McCree. Something like that. By the way, if you don't know what goats or protect the McCree is, or what kind of comp it is, please say so and I can explain.
They don't have monkey. Oh, monkey's jumping in.
Okay, so wait a second here. Why were you actually hiding in here?
Monkey. Oh,
Yeah, I would probably. This is random, but have you ever been told that you look like Colin Morgan? I actually don't even know who that is. And no, I haven't been told that I do. Wait, let me Google that shit. Who is Colin Morgan? Ah. Actor. Interesting. I'll take that as a compliment, I guess. Nice. He plays Merlin in a Netflix series. Okay, cool. Oh, someone. I should actually take a look at that series then. Is it any good? Small Bean is my Discord. Oh, okay, wait, let me check Discord. Yeah, you've actually actually wrote to me. Okay. 2 seconds and I'll link you my my coaching Discord. That is there is a channel there that is called VOD request. So link your VOD in there and I'll take a look at it. High compliment. It's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good, especially if you like the story of King Arthur and Merlin. Okay. Nice. Then I know what I'm gonna do after the stream. Sounds good.
They have.
Okay, so
they don't have monkey. Oh,
I guess you're thinking a bunch about what ults you're gonna use and what ults they have. That is really good and actually something that most diamond teams are lacking, like ult planning and ult what's it called? Ult tracking. There we go. Ult tracking and ult planning before fights. It really helps. Super useful to have a shot caller that can do that. And actually quite impressive that you as the main tank is doing all of this pretty much alone.
monkey's jumping in.
Yeah, okay, the monkey actually jumped in here. So I would probably jump and try to punish this. If you put your bubble around here and zap the monkey, tell your team to punish him, you could probably at least force the enemy team to do something about it. So here, a bit too passive. Maybe you're still thinking about what to do. It's fine. So okay, what do we see here? We actually see an Ana super close. We see a Mercy super close. The monkey actually just disengaged. So what is the priority here? You already put down your bubble. A bit too early again, I would say. You usually want to put down the bubble to actually try to counter some kind of cooldown, especially when the enemy team has an Ana. So your bubble usage becomes super important when the enemy team has an Ana. She has Sleep Dart, she has a nade, her shots can't penetrate your barrier, so your barrier is such a pain in the ass to deal with when it is positioned correctly to actually destroy the Ana's effectiveness. So here, since you've already put down your bubble, you can't really engage into this. The Ana, if she is any decent, is going to either nade you and then have her team help destroy you, or she's just going to sleep you, ignore you, and destroy the rest of your team. So I would probably retreat back into my bubble here and try to
Mercy.
help
Huge.
your team.
Ana low.
Behind, he's low.
Widow dead, Widow dead.
Genji's low, nice.
Genji dead.
Do we have Matrix? I
Res.
can res.
Yeah, it looks like it's working out. You're getting rest. Oh, that was a cocky res. Right in the open. At least your diva was fast. React with the DMs. Okay, jumping in here. Bubbling way too early once again.
Monkey low.
The only times you wanna bubble while you're in your jump is if you're playing against an Ana or a McCree that have consistently like hit their sleep dart or their what's it called? Flashbang. There we go. The sleep dart or the flashbang in your jumping animation. Like if you've gotten hit by that like once or twice at the start of the game. Oh, did she ask for Matrix? Okay, my bad. I wasn't paying attention then. Well, if Ana's and McCree's start hitting you with flashbangs and sleep darts early in your jump, then using your shield at the start of your jump is fine, or not at the start, but before you're landing to try to absorb those cooldowns. But right now, like the only thing you were shielding here is like diva spam damage pretty much. And you're also jumping out of the bubble immediately since you're putting it so early. So you can get sleep darted, you can get anti-naded. You want to have yourself positioned like slightly inside of it. So that you can still pressure this monkey, he's forced to back out. Etc, etc.
Monkey low.
Okay, forcing primal, pretty good. Jumping the Ana. You don't have your bubble though, so this is dangerous.
We can get this.
Your Genji
Nice.
follows up.
Watch out for Widow left side.
You still die for it
Push
though.
Widow if you guys can. Widow left side.
Mercy's resing. Oh, then.
Down 3.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna let myself get killed.
Oh god,
So you don't want to kill me.
that was bad. I shouldn't have never jumped.
So yeah, going for all-in kills on the Ana is pretty much only worth it if you can actually jump with your bubble and shield dance around it. Try to eat either the sleep dart or an anti-nade by positioning it exactly when she tries to land those abilities.
Just jump
without
or
my shield.
die.
No, I was just walking there, so. Okay.
Yeah, Widow 1 versus 1 on the left.
Can you give me that?
Was pretty much the same thing on the Eichenwald map. Like they had Ash Hanzo against Genji Widow on the high ground.
Dual charge would be.
Trading life for a healer as a tank isn't worth. That is debatable. I would say Winston for Ana is almost a 1-1 trade. It wasn't a 1-1 trade in that situation though. It was definitely not worth it since they have respawn advantage and you were pretty close to primal. So surviving for a little bit more time. You were also at like 3 seconds cooldown on the bubble. Wait, let's actually go back and see. And they had res as well.
Nice.
So yeah.
Get deeper. I got Matrix up.
Now.
Right,
Thank
Matrix
you.
up. Get deeper.
So yeah, this jump.
Now.
Where is the rest of your team? You have the Lucio, you have the Diva, you have everyone. Okay, you may be jumping a bit too early here, or you should at least make your team follow up, because you have your whole team with you here. And they have actually just lost a few people. And your Lucio is actually going forward here. So you could probably, with the help of your Diva, using boosters, your Genji going in here, and Lucio popping speed, you could probably finish off the Ana here quite cleanly. So yeah, you instantly jump as soon as you get rest. Your team doesn't really capitalize on the space that you've created. And the bubble that you use like around here, doesn't really stop anything except Diva spam and maybe 1 or 2 Ana shots. But you're jumping out of it instantly. Or moving out of it instantly. So maybe making a wider jump here. Wider jump so that you land around here instead. You land in the middle of this trio. And then you can put your bubble. Okay, let's actually, if you land around here and you put your bubble like this, then the Ana's gonna be right at the edge of the bubble. It's gonna be way harder for her to hit a sleep dart or a nade. If you can move out to the left here so that the Diva can't really touch you with any damage, the Winston's gonna be able to damage you anyway, so it doesn't really matter how you position the bubble in relation to the enemy Winston. But your team pressuring the Winston here and the bubble being here would also make it impossible for the Ana to heal the Winston. So killing the Winston here is also a possibility, but the Ana should definitely be the priority here. So just chilling for 1 sec, actually trying to tell your team that you want to go on this Ana and actually go for an all-in play here.
Get Diva, get Diva, get Diva.
I'm tapping Diva.
Monkey low, monkey low.
So yeah, the rest of your team actually called I'm jumping Diva. You get the Diva mech. You get the Diva mech and you force the primal. But there was an Ana standing right next to them. So all of your damage went into the tanks when you could have easily killed their primary healer here instead. So that is what went wrong this fight. And then you jump in here again. Like you recognize, oh shit, their Ana's still alive, I have to deal with her. But the problem is you still have your shield on cooldown and nobody on your team can actually help with this kill. So you jump in all alone.
We can get this Ana, nice.
Okay, the Genji could actually help. So that was really nice. He called out, we can actually get this Ana. Went in for the kill, but you die. So in this case, it wasn't worth it because they have Mercy, she can rest, they have respawn advantage. So if you die, your team loses all ability to like contest the payload and actually fight. So the only way you could have won here without you as the main tank is if you have like Sound Barrier and Blade and you just clean up everything. That is like the only other option here. But you aren't even close to Blade and Sound Barrier, so this is a risk in peace.
Push Widow if you guys can. Widow left.
Oh wait, I was gonna look. Yeah, you actually die. You actually die with 3 seconds left on your cooldown or on your bubble. So just waiting 3 seconds, going for the all-in play with Delta your team.
Watch out for Widow. Widow left side. Widow left side. Push Widow if you guys can.
Could have maybe
left side,
swapped
left side.
the tides of this map or this attack at least.
Yeah, that's a.
But let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, regrouping, that's good.
We can
Widow
dive her.
left.
We can really dive her, I feel like.
Okay, going for the Widow.
I'm on
She's
her,
probably gonna jump away. What? She's
dead.
just dying. Okay. Why didn't she have
I can
grapple?
really dive her, I
What
feel
is she
like.
doing? Oh well.
On her.
I really like that you wouldn't Ana be better than Mercy here? Do you mean? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I talked about that at the start of the game. Zen would definitely be better thanks to the Discord orb, and nobody on your team actually needs speed boost to be effective. But yeah, I'm mostly focusing on the Winston here. Anyways, I guess the Widow grappled up to this little high ground here, so that was probably a mistake by her. And the team not recognizing it in time. So it was an okay pick. A better team would never have let the Widowmaker die here. So maybe a bit too aggressive. Just forcing out the Widowmaker from that point is enough. So let's see here. So when you jump here and she actually jumps off, I would have just backed off here. Because this Ana should hit her shot and heal the Widow, and this is just an impossible kill here. If the enemy Ana actually hits her shots.
I'm on her. She's dead.
Go for Ana.
It actually ends working out. And you're gonna get the Ana and the McCree here as well.
I'm on Mercury.
Some really nice juggling here though.
I'm on Mercy.
I'm getting pressured by
A waste of your shield again.
Mercy low. Mercy
put it way too early
On me,
without
on me.
any specific purpose. It's hard to play Zen Ana on first point when attacking because of all the high ground. They haven't changed comp the whole game. Yeah, exactly. That was exactly my point at the start of the game as well. Zen just gets farmed on the first point, so I'm fine with Lucio there. You can also boo people off the high ground and stuff. So Lucio is actually fine on first point Numbani. But later, then yeah, like Streets phase, Zen is pretty good. You have long sight lines. Maybe if they play a bit more flankers like Zen and Tracer, I mean Tracer and Sombra, then Zen might be worse. Yeah, but here, Zen for sure, Zen for sure. And Ana instead of the Mercy as well. I guess they want to pocket the Widowmaker, but I don't think she needs it. Holy shit! Mizami with the sub. Nice. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. And welcome. What was I going to say? And hi, Duffy, by the way. I didn't say hi to you, but I did see. Yeah, they haven't changed the whole game. Yeah, going something like Goats or a Protect the McCree is like the counter to dive. So they also played the exact same comp on Eichenwald on every point, and same thing from the enemy team. They've been playing the exact same comp all the time.
McCree's one, left side, left.
Maybe they're just scrimming and actually practicing this comp to try to make it work. Then that's actually fine. I think that's a better way to do it. You just stick with one comp, even if it's suboptimal on this specific point or not. And then you just keep grinding to like learn your coordination and synergies without having to like change play styles. Oh damn! We got 5 bits as well. Thanks, dude.
I have nothing to block it. I have nothing to block it. He's one. Nice. Monkey.
Wait, why didn't that work? My thingy that's supposed to come up when someone gives bits didn't show up. What's wrong? Oh well, whatever. I'll try to fix that one next time. Oh, it did. Okay. Not for me. Oh well. Oh well. I didn't even look at this fight. What's actually going on here? Okay. Yeah, he jumped too early, used the bubble, and then he forced primal.
Nothing to block it. I have nothing to block it.
Works. Okay, you're getting pushed around. Your team's dead. That's a regroup. There's no way you get this through all the respawn advantage.
It's just
You heard it loud and clear. Okay. I guess just my Streamlabs stuff is bugged. That's fine.
Corner I got right here.
Thank you.
So yeah, this point is actually so strong when it comes to let's see here, exit. Numbani. I mean, the reason that most teams swap to Rein Zarya compositions around this part of the map is because the Rein shield is blocking pretty much everything. Like if you stand here with the Rein, there's no way any damage can touch the rest of your team that's behind you. Same thing here, a Rein shield here, a Rein shield here, Rein shield here, Rein shield here. Like it's just a straight road all the way to the point. Like the only place where Rein shield becomes a bit worse is if they have like someone standing here and someone standing here trying to crossfire you like this. But that can easily be fixed by just having a Lucio speed boosting onto the one, because that means they're going to be split. So if they have like someone shooting here, someone shooting here. That means the enemy team is split. If you use a Lucio speed boost, you can just pick one of them, speed boost onto them, kill them, and easily cap the point. So playing dive here is quite suboptimal. There are no high grounds to abuse. There are no like flanking areas, except some very obvious ones here and this one, but they are not very effective. Like you could maybe do a McCree flank, get a flashbang, fan the hammer onto someone, but most of the time it's not gonna be very effective. The dive on this first point, absolutely amazing. That's why it went so good for you at the start, and it feels like you've gotten stuck here at the end. So I would suggest going for Rein Zarya. Wait, what time is it?
Yeah, we all just all wait for
This is fine.
Monkey up here.
Okay, nice. You're actually meleeing. I love it. So yeah, meleeing against targets with armor, definitely the right thing to do. You do way more DPS against armor targets, weaving in melees instead of just using the tickle cannon. Okay, trying to take this high ground for your Widowmaker, I guess. Oh, you actually lost the D.Va mech, but you lost the Widow, and you lost your Widow. So this is another regroup. There's no way you can take this. Looks like you're regrouping. Yep. Okay.
Widow's got sights.
Oh, they actually gave you the high ground this time. That bubble was kind of fine. But okay, so now your primary target as dive is 100 times out of 100 going to be the Ana. Maybe the Mercy, depending on where she stands. But Ana is way more immobile, can't escape. And if you jump her at the same time with Defense Matrix and your Genji, she should be dead. She should be dead, but the enemy team is actually doing quite a good job of stopping you right now. Looks like you have swapped to a soldier. You don't have a Genji anymore. So then I would really not recommend playing dive on this point.
There's one left side. Nice.
I'm on Ana.
Try to get the Ana.
I'm good.
I'm on Ana, I'm on Ana.
Wait for sleep, you get the Ana.
I'm on Mercy, I'm on Mercy.
You actually have some decent control over the primal rage. That's
Focus
it's really
on
nice
Monkey.
to see.
I don't have any shield, I have no shield. I'm on McCree. McCree low, McCree down.
Oh, you have a tracer and soldier. Okay.
D.Va, focus on D.Va.
Diva's low, Diva's half.
Diva's got a mech. She's low.
Handle me.
Diva dead.
I got bomb on point.
I'm on Ana. Huge.
Got monkey on Ana. Got monkey
Big
on Ana.
bomb.
Keep point.
Are they gonna be able to stall this? I think they will. They have respawn advantage. You have lost 3. They have balls to stall.
Tracer no recall.
And this is gonna be last fight because it's gonna be a stall fight.
Station if you guys need. Hammer's so low. Nice.
Getting the ball.
Diva.
I'm back.
Lucio's one.
Nice, meleeing.
I got the up.
But if you're cleaving several targets, then don't melee.
Diva's low.
Diva out of mech.
Yeah, this is the problem with points like this. The defenders have such a huge respawn advantage
Oh, so sorry.
that they 9 times out of 10
Tracer no recall.
can retake the point like this.
Diva low, damn it.
Oh my god. Thank you for all the amazing work you do, and I can't wait until Friday now. Holy shit. Thanks, dude. Thank you for the donation. Much love. It is appreciated.
Ah, dude.
Kill Winston.
I'm on Winston. Winston low.
I'm nearly back.
And that's it for your team fight. Unlucky.
Ah, dude, they got it.
So definitely recognizing when to swap team comps and when to utilize the Winston and the Reinhardt. It is definitely fine. If this was a like pre-planned scrim where you were supposed to practice dive, then 100% go for it. It's fine. It's fine. You are going to get into situations like this. It is also going to help you learn dive more by understanding why it doesn't work on points like this. And it was the same thing on Eichenwald. You were playing Rein Zarya on a point that favors dive a lot because of all of the high grounds on the castle face. So when the other team has such a respawn advantage, should you priority as a tank be to protect the healer? Well, the priority becomes to have a clean engage with ultimates to like instantly kill the whole enemy team. So you usually want to have a good cleanup ult like Grav Diva Bomb or maybe Nano Blade. Maybe hit a Fat Shatter. You at least you need to prioritize your own survival. So trading becomes heavily favored for the defense. So if you kill one person, yeah, exactly. So you don't have someone contesting while the other respawn. That's exactly it. If you manage to get a team kill, you can just ride the card into the end without any troubles, or just have so much sustain like Goats. Goats is insane on this point because they have so much sustain. As long as none of them die, they can just slowly like make you die. And in overtime, I don't know if you know about the overtime mechanics, but depending on how many people you have on the point as attackers or on the payload, the enemy team actually gets longer respawns. So the more people you have on point, the longer the respawn timer is during overtime. So if you just sustain and don't die, don't trade with the enemy team, you can just stay on the payload, survive, and kill them one by one until it ends. But trading becomes really bad for the attacking team when the respawn advantage is defense favored. So that's why people pick heroes like Doomfist, Hammond, well, because Doomfist can actually one-shot people. So if he comes out of spawn super fast, manage to just kill one and then die, that's super good for the defense. And then Hammond as well. Hammond can spin around for days, like stall the card forever until he gets his mines, and the mines might be able to clean off maybe one person before he dies. And yeah, that is that. I might have forgot something, or forgotten something. But I think that's it for the main tank VOD. Let's